So I started my internship in Rhode Island at a very nice museum, and I was kind of hit really quickly with a hard reality of our current situation, which is a lot of smaller museums are having to let people go and eliminate departments because there just isn't enough money for them to efficiently run their programs and maintain their staff numbers. Between the time that I accepted my internship and now, which was I guess about 4 or 5 months, they had to let 2 staff members go and effectively eliminate the 2 programs that they worked for, which will be kind of a surprise to a lot of people because there's a common misunderstanding that, museums have money, they're either backed by the government or their funding comes from the government, which isn't true. I mean, yes, museums, some are federally funded, like our national museums, but small local museums apply for grants and federal funding, but they don't always have it. And it's certainly not guaranteed by the government that they will have a certain amount of money every year. There's definitely a common misconception that trustees and other board members provide money to the museum. I mean, their job is to fundraise, but that doesn't mean that the museum is set every year with enough money to run its programs. In fact, a lot of museums start at zero, essentially, and museum directors have to kind of race to get the money to run their programs, which is kind of frightening, but it's something that I've known, but that not a lot of people do, and so I wanted to make a message and say, go out to your local museums, or your state museums, art museums, history museums, science centers, I don't care, they're all great. Take your kids, if you have kids, take your brothers or your friends, and a lot of these museums are free. The admission is free, or it's like a $2 donation, but I'm not telling you this to give them money. I'm telling you this to go and sign their guest books, or just show up and go, because a lot of museums are going to have a difficult time justifying their existence, I think, when it comes to fighting for money and funding, because as you know, really bad economic times leads to a smaller amount of money in the pot and generally more people trying to get it. And if a museum can say, look, our attendance numbers have grown, we still have a lot of people going, we're still affecting a lot of people, then it's going to be easy for them to justify their existence. So I want to say, just go out still. Why not? I mean, look, learn a little bit. And if you have children, it's a great way to start lifelong learning and instilling that in them at a young age and fostering their curiosity and desire to learn. So you should go, because they're awesome. Museums, not your kids, but I'm sure your kids are great too. I'm gonna stop.